What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Force here with some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today's game is going to be between ToD and BratOK. This is a Protoss versus Terran matchup. We are here on the map Shakuras Plateau. And why don't we go ahead and begin the game, as always, with some player information, beginning up here in the upper right-hand spawn position with our teal Protoss player, ToD. ToD took second place at the ATO Rundown World Cup. This was on July 8th of this year. And then on September 30th, he took fourth place at the Gigabyte NVIDIA International number 6. His opponent down over here in the lower left-hand spawn position is our red Terran player, Empire's BratOK. BratOK took first place at the Regular Cup number 21 and then took second place shortly after at the Regular Cup 22. These were on September 8th and 15th respectively. And that concludes our player information for the start of the game, so let's go ahead and hop right into things. BratOK starting off with that first supply depot, building it nice and close here to his resource line, allowing this SCV to go straight back to mining and giving him that little bit of an extra edge early on when it comes to getting those resources. You know, when you try to go for the supply depot out front, of course, the time it takes an SCV to come from here and then make his way all the way back down, and just the distance from going from the line all the way up there as well, all that extra time could be used to get a few more minerals out, and that's exactly what we saw BratOK decide to do. Of course, with this, you don't get that frontal wall off nice and early, but I don't think BratOK's all that concerned about it. Once he gets that first Marine out, he'll be able to stop any additional scouting here from this probe. Speaking of which, the probe scout for ToD, first checking the upper left-hand spawn position, realizing that BratOK is not here, he'll then be moving down to the lower left-hand position, at which point he'll be getting a nice scout. We've got the SCV scout now also moving out here for BratOK. BratOK himself looks to be with that little line there. We can see he is queued up to go and check the lower right-hand spawn position. So both players getting the wrong scout position first and foremost. Not that it's that big of a deal, but certainly does make a little bit of a difference. ToD now inside of BratOK's main will be scouting the lack of refineries, and this will tell him there's an expansion coming, and that is actually being placed down right now as BratOK moves down with his SCV, starts building this expansion. We got a little bit of probe harass, but here comes a Marine to force him back. And now ToD will be chilling out, pulling back with that probe. Now he may try to keep it on this half of the map just to try to move in for secondary scouting later on. Other than that, he could just head straight back home here and try to push maybe with a Zealot and a Stalker for some additional scouting after the fact. We do have that first gateway up, Zealot going through, Cybernex core now just about finished. We should be seeing a Stalker right as soon as that is done. There we go, Stalker in construction as well as that Warp Gate research. We've got a Chrono Boost going on the Stalker as well as some probes over here. So I'm going to be really interested to see if he decides to be a little bit aggressive with that Stalker. The fact that he's Chrono Boosting out means he might be trying to do that very thing. At the very least, he's got this SCV dead to rights here. SCV still inside of the main of ToD, and this Stalker is now finished, so see you later. Nice early kill for Mr. ToD. There you go, a little bit of an early advantage here. Bunker out front for BratOK will be stopping any potential aggression that we might be seeing from a Zealot or Stalker. Also, of course, will stop any secondary scouts that may try to push through with the probe, although it doesn't look like that is happening, as we do just have right now the Zealot and Stalker moving out here for ToD, and he is indeed going to be trying to be aggressive, but now with this bunker, again, BratOK should be all set. Won't be much of an issue for him to deal with that whatsoever. In fact, as soon as ToD scouts that, I pretty much expect him to peel all the way back with the Zealot and then maybe just keep the Stalker out to sit at a tower. Alright, so here we go. Tries to move up, takes some shield damage and then some damage to his base life, and then decides to pull back there. Now, I guess he can, yeah, he is going to do this actually. Just chill out front with the Stalker, at least for now. Keep in mind, Stalker does have the speed advantage over a Marine, so he can get away if those Marines start to try to push out and be a little bit aggressive. Just keep himself situated here just so we can see exactly what's going on. Also see if any SCVs try to sneak out or anything like that. Let's take a look back over here. We do have ToD coming out with an expansion of his own. Beyond that, a robotics bay building right up here. Oh, there it is. Robotics facility building right over here, and we've got a couple gateways actually building in that upper right-hand corner. Excuse me. Warp Gate research just about finished here for ToD. And also just coming out with some continuous workers and transferring a few of those down right now to his expansion now that has finished building. BratOK has his expansion up and running, also starting to take advantage of that second orbital. Get some mules going on. Should be giving him a little bit of an income advantage right now. Yeah, take a look at those minerals. Slight advantage now for BratOK. Looks like he will be going bio with some tank action here. Actually, Marine tank appears to be this opening composition for BratOK. You can see that siege tech coming out. He's got Marines coming out of this reactored barracks here, and then he's just got a regular barracks coming out with Marines right there as well. So Marine tank opening. See if he comes out with a starport anytime soon as well. Maybe throw in some medevacs into there as well. Potentially, I don't know, Raven, Banshee. There's all sorts of possibilities that she could do with that. BratOK taking control of the center of the map here with his massive Marines. That was enough to force the Stalker back. Unless he got a kill, did he? No, he did not. Didn't end up getting a kill with that. The Stalker has 2 kills, though. That is 1 SCV and 1 Marine. Look at that sly Stalker. How impressive, huh? Back over here for ToD, we do have double Forge now building. Where that is taking place right over here. So he will be going for those 1-1 upgrades. We still have that Marine tank composition moving forward, and he is mobilizing right now, at least with a few Marines. Observer Scout will be spotting that. BratOK sees it, scans, and takes care of business. Stops the Scout from making it in the main, and that is definitely a big deal for him. That will delay ToD's scouting, obviously, and as a result, he is not informed as to what the current composition here for BratOK is. He obviously hasn't seen any tanks, and those tanks are starting to make a push right now. Siege tech is complete. 3rd tank coming out. More and more Marines, and that stim pack research now coming through as well. And this push should be mobilizing. Here we go, BratOK now moving towards that natural expansion here of ToD, and this is going to be a little problematic. Those tanks will be sieging up here just out of range of that main army. Marines will be poking up to get vision for those tanks, and that is going to hurt tremendously. We'll have to see how ToD deals with this. Here it comes right now. Observer sticking with this main army. Does he have another observer moving out? No, that's just over here. Nice force fields, but the tanks set up and are threatening enough to force ToD back. And the tanks are going to creep their way forward here, try to stay out of range of any ranged units that may be sitting up top here. Nice force field, gets a few Marines. And the tanks are just going to sit in this position, look just close enough to start shelling out on the Nexus. As soon as he gets vision of the high ground, he'll be able to take care of that. Another tank coming, more and more Marines. Any countermeasure here for ToD? Now, he is coming out with a Colossus right now, and that's going to be a problem for BratOK with these unupgraded Marines. Couple of bunkers trying to get placed down, and this is something that ToD is definitely going to want to stop, although he does have that Colossus coming through that is just about finished. Creeping forward, those Marines continue to push. We've got another tank here now on the ramp. Here's the first Colossus, now going to start shredding those Marines, coming out with the workers as well, trying to overwhelm those Marines, force them to target fire the workers instead of these actual threatening units. And ToD is able to push back the Marines. We'll be taking out this tank. We still got these 2 tanks down here, but look at this. Zealots coming from down over here. How did they get over there? They warped in down here. Is that what happened? I believe so. Nice flank, though, by ToD, and he manages to defend against that very threatening push from BratOK. Quite impressive, I'd have to say. I thought that was great. Very, very nice there by ToD. So it does appear like he had warped in some Zealots here from this pylon and was able to flank those tanks as a result, and now preparing to move out for a counterattack. Finally has another Colossus coming through. He did lose a Colossus in that engagement that we just saw. And a Thermal Lance very close to finish as well. Also coming out with a Twilight Council. Those 1-1 upgrades are done. We'll be moving into 2-2 upgrades most likely once that Twilight Council finishes. Interested to see if he decides to go with a Blink Stalkers as well to try to get up under those tanks. You know, you blink right on top of the tanks, so you can drop them pretty quickly. An Observer again, vision of the high ground, going to allow these Stalkers and Sentries to take out this supply depot. It's a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. And actually, yeah, it looks like he is, in fact, not pushing right now. He's going to continue to move around with this. He could get this supply depot as well. Again, nothing huge, but every little bit counts. Transition now into just bio-heavy. He's still got a couple of tanks here, but no more beyond that. I don't expect any more to be in production. In fact, no, he's lifting off his factory. We'll be using that as a scout. And we do have some medevacs coming through, so making that switch into Marine Marauder, and probably going to eventually see those Ghosts as well, barring that this game makes it that long. Zealot chilling out front of the natural expansion just to scout things out. Surprised he's not doing anything about that SCV. Or is he going to mobilize with that force to take care of that? I'm not quite sure what his game plan is here at the moment. Get a... Oh, is he going for... Okay, just a pylon back here. This is going to be a scouting pylon to see if any drops move in this position. Probably going to place some up here. Maybe just the Zealot on patrol. Is that what's happening here? Looks like that may be the case. Forward scan spots the small army outside of his natural expansion. BratOK could quite clearly handle that with the force he has right now. Maybe realizing what might be moving out, ToD decides to pull back home. I was just about to say no drops going on, but right as I say that, look at what is taking place. 3 medevacs now moving out. I do believe that Zealot will scout it out. That beautifully placed patrolling Zealot spots the 3 medevacs, and now ToD is fully aware. So he'll be pulling back with his forces. Probably going to be getting some guys up here. I mean, he saw that. He should have seen that at least. His Zealot walked right by those 3, so he definitely should have seen that. Also have some counter dropping going on here for ToD, moving out with a Warp Prism. Might load a few units into that prior. No, is he just going to go straight forward? He really should be loading like maybe a Sentry and a few Zealots in, and then you drop them and then you warp in some more. All of a sudden you've got a giant force in your opponent's base. A couple of DT getting warped in. At the same time, here is a drop. Not sure where those DT are, maybe for defending. Yeah, there they are, DT right over there. Oh, he's going to lose that Nexus very quickly. BioTOK takes care of that without issue, then lifting off and pulling back. Stalkers do not have blink, so they can't try to catch up to that. That was painful. Also, push over in this direction forces the cancel of what was a Nexus building over here. He better do some damage with this. Couple DT now moving into the main. Bio being chased by DT, that's going to force a scan if he wants to save any of the units over there. DT in the main, forcing all the SCVs off the line. And where's that second Dark Templar? He's going right over here to the natural expansion. Wants to take care of that missile turret. No, looks like he's just going to chill out and do whatever over there. Got DT chilling out over in this position. Here comes the push across the center of the map. Takes care of the small bio force right over here. And he's going to continue to move and likely walk into this position. We got a couple tanks shelling out some damage, though. DT over here still doing damage. DT over here still doing damage. Takes out the tanks. Beyond that, nothing yet. Zealot warping in on the high ground, takes care of that Marine. Couple more Zealots over there, I believe. We also saw some more DT. How many DT does he have in play? He's got 5 right now. Holy heck. Still over here. 23 kills. Are you kidding me? 7 kills for this one. 23 kills. What? 26, 27. Numbers keep climbing. Bio back in the main. Taking out some pylons. Unpowering all of this. Robo plus 2 warp gates. And goodbye, Dark Shrine. Goodbye, more pylons. Wow, this is painful. Got 1 Dark Templar over here doing some damage. We also have the entire army of ToD pulling back. And you see a liftoff here. Still no blink. Stalkers can't get up under those, and he saved a lot of those units. Wow, BratOK. Wow, indeed. I'm going to take a quick look here. Does he have any more DT counter harass? No, not right now. Oh boy, resources lost. BratOK is actually a little behind, but he has done tremendous damage. At the same time, though, he's lost a lot of workers. Take a look at the worker kill. 46 worker kills for ToD, only 23 for BratOK. And we have the loss of a Nexus. We've got these unpowered buildings, no longer a Dark Shrine as well. That was a very effective drop, but that drop's going to continue again. Push the center of the map here for ToD. Catches a bit of the bio by surprise. Zealots do have charge, allowing him to catch up a little bit quicker. Still have a drop going down over here. He's going to start taking out some of these warp gates. Only a few Marauders left. He's got a couple medevacs to heal up, and a pretty small force over here for ToD. I'm not sure if he's got enough now. It looks like he may be taking out this orbital. Bio over here continuing to work through these warp gates. This expansion is done for. Forced to lift off, moving back into the main. He's going to rally up his troops right over here, trying to build as much as he can, get these forces out so he can defend his natural expansion at the same time. He's doing lots of damage over in this position. Workers pulling off the line. A lot of medevacs though. Zealots doing some damage, just enough. I think he's got just enough there. Push moving in this direction, couple of force fields. He's got a few units back over here. Reinforcements also moving in. Medevacs trying to heal him up and keep him alive. This game is ridiculous. Bio still alive over here, takes out the Robo, continuing to do damage. ToD is done for, but can his counterattack do enough? Natural expansion is gone. Gonna force a lift off here. Orbital command in the main being lifted off. He's gonna go straight for it. Go straight for it. Anti-air, do some damage. He needs to try to get that burning. Looks like that's a negative. That is gonna lift off, land right in this position so he can commence mining. Bio over here, working through these pylons now. He's taking care of most of production now. There's no more warp-ins capable for ToD. These are all unpowered. He's got some resources happening over here. He's got a Stalker and an Immortal as well. We've got this expansion just about to land. Some Marines getting lifted off, and where's the rest of the forces? All right, so ToD's going to keep a few forces in here, try to do some damage to these buildings. A bit surprised surprised we're not seeing BratOK just lift that off and go straight down over here. Although, I wonder if this force is going to go for that. Not sure. Bio over here trying to take care of this expansion. However, it looks like ToD was able to defend. Only a few Marines left. We saw that other Marine force right over here in this medevac. Takes care of that one pylon right there. Doesn't want to have to deal with any potential nasty warp-ins from Zealots just wreaking havoc on this orbital, so I certainly understand that. And BratOK has enough to defend. Now, once more, ToD has pulled back with his army for the sake of defense of this one position here that he's got mining. I've got Marines now moving in here, and what are they going for? They were going for the Cyber Core. Now they're being forced back. Man, having Blink would be so huge right now for ToD, but unfortunately he at no point did end up researching that. And BratOK, I think he's got quite, I don't even think, he's got quite an advantage right now. He's still got production going on. He's got a nice resource flow over here. He's just going to keep churning out those Marines. And he's got some more SCVs coming out, so we can start getting some Vespian as well if he wants to throw a few Marauders in. Let's take a quick look at the army size for both these players. In comparison, they're actually about even. ToD has a larger worker supply, but we also have mules for BratOK, so you got to keep that in mind. You can see, yeah, income-wise, he's got a slight advantage in terms of those minerals. Stemmed up Marines, moving forward. What's he got for upgrades? He is 1-2. ToD is 2-2. I think that's helping him here quite a bit. Transition to Void Ray. Okay, Void Ray and meet a million Marines. Void Ray will not do him much good, except for, I suppose, taking out the medevacs. Marines on the high ground. Hey, careful here. We do have that one photon cannon. Got some Marines chilling out over here. He's trying to split up the forces of ToD right now. Trying to basically, yeah, well, split up the forces. That's exactly what he's trying to do. There's no more to say other than that. No counterattacks at all for ToD right now. He's got nothing in the works. I think he's obviously way too focused, as he should be, on defending this position. See how long he can keep this up, though. Couple of force fields. These stemmed up Marines do so much damage. Archon gone. Couple of Immortals and Stalkers left. Now he's got a lot of cannons over here, which are helping quite a bit. Marines are gonna want to stay away from that. Hit by Pylon. Means no more warp-ins. Again, these are still unpowered. So what he's got is all it is. You know, he can't warp in anymore right now. He's gonna try to come out with another Void Ray. Reinforcement Marines. Now remember, we got a nice resource flow for BratOK, so he's just going to keep churning out those Marines, keep reinforcing. You can see them moving across the map right now. And with those medevacs really increasing the longevity of them, allowing them to continuously stem Marine reinforcements, and this might be it here for ToD. That's the GG, and what a game between BratOK and ToD. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it here in this matchup between ToD and BratOK. Crazy does not even begin to describe this game. You know, it's pretty brief. This wasn't exactly like a crazy long epic game, but wow, the action, constant back and forth. Great game to cast. Hopefully it was fun to watch as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. I just want to let you know that I'm actually in the process of moving. This is going to be my last video for at least a day or two. I apologize for that, but this move obviously takes precedence. As soon as we get into the new place and things are up and running, I'll be back to making some more videos, more StarCraft and other great gaming content right here on the channel. Thanks again for watching, guys. Keep watching and keep owning.